Stephen A., do you think Winston can be what we've seen from Fitzpatrick, the good Fitzpatrick?
First order of business, I was teasing Max about sticking his nose into your shot when you were talking. That's supposed to be me. I'm the one with the schnoz. I don't know how you pulled that off, but that's a different.
You were creeping in?
Sometimes,
shot?
Sometimes I'll watch an interview with me with a fighter, and I'll see the fighter, and there's just like a disembodied nose that floats in that's the profile.
But that's a subject for another segment.
Hilarious.
Here's the deal. When we look at the question about Jameis Winston is really about what? Believing in this guy?
Yeah.
I do.
And keeping it up.
I do. Listen, here's what I pay attention to. Ryan Fitzpatrick has looked exceptional for the most part these 3 games. That exceptional-looking Ryan Fitzpatrick, to me, has been an aberration. My apologies to one of my favorite callers on my radio show, Carlton out of Tampa, who loves himself some Ryan Fitzpatrick, acts like he's the second coming of Tom Brady. But I've never believed that about Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think it's an aberration. I look at Jameis Winston, and I'm seeing a guy that's had 3 years as a starter. His record is 18-27. That's not impressive. We get all of that. But last year he had those weapons. Every single year he's improved completion percentage-wise, 58 to 60 to 63.8, and going up. To me, he's trending upwards in that regard, making better decisions. And I'm just of the mindset that Jameis Winston, these guys know what he can do, and they believe in him. It's just that you don't want the knuckleheadedness because he has to be able to be trusted. But strictly as a football player, not at this moment because Ryan Fitzpatrick has been on a roll and you go with that, but overall, and it's not just because of age, it's because of upswing. Overall, if I got to pick between Ryan Fitzpatrick and Jameis Winston, I'm going with Jameis Winston all day.
Do you think that Winston can be what we've seen from Fitzpatrick? No, I don't. Now, here's the dangerous thing about Ryan Fitzpatrick. He can get hot enough for long enough to undermine a franchise, right? Because they might be like, we like him better than the young guy we have.
Yeah.
But if you don't believe in the young guy you have, like if it's Geno Smith, you know what? It's not that you think Ryan Fitzpatrick is the second coming.
Because you know Geno's not.
That's the whole thing. You don't think that Geno's going to be a franchise quarterback. And what you know about Ryan Fitzpatrick is he can keep your team around. He can do some things. He's not scared. You know, he'll put the ball up there. People talk about 50-50 balls, not really 50-50. You shouldn't throw it. When you have Mike Evans down the field, it really is 50-50. It might be a 75-25 ball.
Right.
Fitzpatrick knows that. He's a veteran guy. He is not scared. He'll throw a pick six, come right back and throw the ball again. He's a veteran guy. Okay, it's not about Fitzpatrick. It's about Jameis Winston. Do you believe he is the truth? And the truth is, I do not. I don't believe in Winston. Now, the interesting thing about him is people talk about off the field. You got to be a leader. Your behavior off the field's no good. Obviously, it's no good. Obviously, you don't want that associated with your franchise. But he has leadership qualities on the field. I see that in him. It's why people compare him to Roethlisberger. Not just that he's big and strong with a big arm, but he has that thing that it seems like he can motivate the troops, right? He just got it. And he showed that again at that press conference, I believe. My problem is not that with Winston. He's not accurate down the field. Roethlisberger puts the ball where he wants it. Jameis cannot. Do you know who threw the second most interceptable balls in the NFL last year? Jameis Winston.
Yeah, I mean, that was the knock even in college.
Right. One was DeShone Kizer. Is DeShone Kizer considered a great quarterback?
He's not even considered a good quarterback.
4 was Blake Bortles. I mean, this is the company he's keeping. Jameis Winston is not accurate enough down the field. He has targets all around him that should make you more accurate, not less accurate, for that reason. Not because I think Fitzpatrick is your answer, but because he can hold it down. I don't think Jameis Winston is your future.
Go ahead.
All right, the question of can Jameis Winston be what Ryan Fitzpatrick has been the last 3 weeks is the answer is no, but also there's another question. I don't think Ryan Fitzpatrick can continue to be the guy that he's been the last 3 weeks also. You know, earlier this week, I'm on NFL Live, and I say that, you know, you should continue to play Ryan Fitzpatrick. The minute he struggles, go ahead and put Jameis Winston in. Why wait? And now I think to myself about thinking about this a couple more days. Why wait? I say put Jameis in right now. Just start him. Because Fitzpatrick, he is what he is. A very solid, capable quarterback that can win a handful of games for you. Over the course of a year, of a season, you're going to get bad play. You're going to get the sort of ups and downs like you saw versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. You did your job. For 3 games, our guy was gone. All right, does he struggle with accuracy down the field in terms of Jameis Winston? Yes, but you did what we asked you to do. Get us a couple wins. Jameis is back. Here we go. Tell your team that, too. Jameis is back. Here we go. Fitzy, if we ever need you again, we know you're there. You did a great job, man. Thank you very much. He's feeling good about himself now in a backup role. Why have him out there and struggle, then take me out? Oh, man, I didn't do the job. Now I got taken out. Put Jameis in now. Let him play. Let him be the guy. He's the franchise quarterback for that organization, and I would have no problem with that.
I completely disagree. And the reason why I completely disagree is because, number one, Rich Fitzpatrick has the hot hand. You're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You haven't had recent success. You got to ride the wave. Number two, Jameis Winston isn't going anywhere. He's 24 years of age. Number three, and more importantly, since you've been off the field of play, to just come back on without feeling the residual effects of what you caused this team to have, I think you got to send the right message, because you got to remind Jameis Winston, I'm not just looking at you as a quarterback. I need you to be a leader. But number four, and more importantly than that, let me tell you something. I have my doubts about Jameis Winston as well, but I also have confidence that he's skilled enough to deserve the opportunity to show me what he can do moving forward.
Didn't he have that last year?
No, I don't think so, because it's your first year with them. It's your first year with the combination of Mike Evans with Deshaun Jackson. So what I'm saying to you is that now that you had a year under your belt, this is not a 30-year-old dude that's been in the league for 10 years. This is a dude that was learning as we went along. And by the way, he didn't always have Dirk Cutter. That was last year. Before that, it was Lovie Smith. So let's keep in mind that he's had different systems.
You're framing the question exactly right.